at that. I heard a bump against the kitchen this morning, so I think this fella fly against the mirror. You alright? Need some water? Want to share some plans for the chicken coop. So there's going to be a hen house on the right side with some doors on the front which are just for ventilation in summer, something I can open up. On this side there will be a big clean out, something like that, because I can easily put the wheelbarrow next to it to clean it up. Then a nesting box on the front, so that's going to be here, just a little bit off the ground from the hen house. And I think the reason why it needs to be outside, I mean I see that everywhere, is because chicken don't know that this is a nesting box, but they'll look for the most secluded space to lay their eggs for protection. So first I thought I'd just build it inside here, but then you get another platform here where chicken will sit on and poop on. And also you could create another secluded space here, and they might choose to lay their eggs there. So this is probably the best, just here on the front, and I can easily access it to take out the eggs. Then, well, this is all open. This is going to be chicken wire, or I think you call it hardware cloth, from the top to the bottom. It's being laid, and then a bit off, like 1/2 meter, 2 feet from the chicken coop. So when a fox comes, he'll start digging and then he will stop, because there's going to be a hardware cloth there. And on top of that I can put stones, so it's really protected. There's going to be a door for me to walk in, and there's going to be some roosting bars in here as well as in the hen house itself. Then I won't build this now, but in the future I can imagine there's a gutter in the back catching up rainwater, will be collected in a barrel, and then this barrel can feed into some sort of system so the chickens can pick water out, because eventually I want this chicken coop to be independent, so if I go away for a few days they will have food and water available. So that's the plan. I'll be working on it the coming weeks alongside the cabin foundation, but because the concrete needs quite a while to dry in between, it's good to switch in between the projects. doesn't get worse like this. I got it under control. What a night. So Lorenzo borrowed me his car. I'm taking it out for a night out camping, maybe two. It's still pretty windy today, although it died down. It looks good here. Yeah, you know, I was doing a Instagram post asking what kind of vehicles people would recommend here in the mountains, and looking for a car with differential lock, which locks the wheels, which is beneficial in the snow, and especially in this kind of like landscape where the wheels do this, and the Land Rover has a central lock, not a full differential lock. But I was just curious to try it out, so I'm really happy Lorenzo lent me his car. Took forever to make a cup of coffee over there because the wind blows into the flame, and so it doesn't heat up. But now I got coffee. I'm a bit secluded here in the car, so it's good to have the car actually. Yeah, it's never that windy here, but I remember from last year, March and April, you have a lot of stormy, oh no, just a few stormy days. I remember 2 stormy days last year where it was windy like the whole day, which usually is just an hour or so. Same as in summer, 1 or 2 hours wind and then quiet. But not today, and the forecast is showing that the worst part is coming this afternoon. People are sending me messages on Instagram locally that it's going to be bad. So I'm gonna make a few more precautions, and then I'm gonna work in the cabin. Alright, gonna go out camping for the night. Somewhere there's a few trails you can see there, almost up on the ridge, right over there. And I've seen some cabins there on the map as well, so I want to have a look if there's anyone living there. Probably not, but I'm gonna have a look over there. Spend the night and then drive back here in the morning. Alright, let's talk about boots. After last week's video when I was polishing my boots, I got a lot of questions about which ones I'm wearing and why. So I thought I'd do a little review of the shoes that I wear. I recently got these ones. They're from Dundas, which is a Norwegian brand. A European product because the leather comes from Italy and the cows come from France and Switzerland, which the leather is made from. Very sturdy boots with a Vibram sole, which have good grip. You know, it's all about the quality of the rubber, and these are very thick, padded leather. Yeah, I like these a lot. I'm about to break them in, so because I've had them for 2 or 3 weeks or so. These ones I got last year for winter. So these are snow boots from Inola, which is an Italian brand. Very thick padding, so these, in the coldest days and the deepest snow, I wear these ones. You know, and if I have white trousers, they go over it. It's perfect for deep snow because I don't have to wear gaiters. Yeah, like these a lot. These have also got the Vibram sole. The new ones, it's kind of like a winter tire, you know. They have grip on slippery stones and snow and whatnot. These ones are also Italian. This is leather with Gore-Tex and similar sole. So these have good grip, they're warm, they're very comfortable. I bought these ones when I was working on the roof and I was getting wet and slippery last autumn. I was using these ones, but those ones have a very hard sole, so work on the roof is getting a bit dangerous. That's why I got these ones. And then finally the Red Wings. Red Wing Iron Ranger. These are my favorites. You see me wearing these most of the time. It's a classic boot. I mean, this design is as old as I don't know, they're designed in Minnesota for iron workers, and they need a very thick leather boot, double leather on the front, and this is also very thick leather. So when you buy these, they are very hard, so you need some time to wear them in. They've seen better days. I mean, they should be a bit lighter, but I didn't clean them enough. What they're saying, it's the best way to clean leather boots is to clean them with a waxed rag, but not too much, you know. So when I clean the boots, I do it like once in 2 months, which is not often enough, and then they get a thick layer of wax, and it's not good. They get too dark, because I think this is the copper color, and they ought to be a bit lighter. So, you know, these ones are a bit like, if you compare it to a car, it's like a Land Rover Series 1 or so, you know. So it's old technology. It doesn't have the cushioning, Gore-Tex, Vibram sole. I mean, it says it's Vibram, but it's quite different material because it's very hard. It's a very noisy boot, so when you walk into a room with these, people will notice you. But this winter I didn't wear them mostly. I was wearing these ones because they're slippery in the snow. So this is what I'm wearing. The leather works surprisingly well also against sweaty feet because they never smell bad. They always smell like leather, while these ones, which is Gore-Tex, smell quicker than leather shoes, which is interesting. So yeah, this is what I'm wearing. And this is what I wear in the evening. broke the window.
Did you?
Yeah, one side of the glass.
Oh, is it double glazed?
Yeah.
How did you break it?
Yeah, I was taking the hinges off and I was a bit too aggressive.
What, the glass smashed? Or what?
No, it was just a burst.
Oh, right. Crap, it's still usable.
Yeah, I'll use it on the inside. It doesn't look so good though.
Getting there.
Yeah.
Watch your eyes. Yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling it now, alright. Alright, looks like we're in business. Right, there's contact now. Keep going. Oh.
This feels good though.
This one's solid.
Yeah. I'll go first.
Yeah, it's a big one.